Hello Virgo Rising and Virgo Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting May 1st, 2017. I've got a whole new deck of tarot cards. I've got the same oracle cards, the Forest Fairy oracle cards. I'm working on getting new ones of those, but I've got a whole new deck of tarot cards, which is really awesome. Can't wait to be showing those to you. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on here, Virgo, when it comes to your astrology this week? Well, if you saw the monthly horoscopes, you know that Mercury is going direct this week in Aries in your 8th house of passive income, shared resources, and even self-employment income. And later on in the week, it's going to conjunct Uranus in this very same area. And this may be a chance opportunity to get some kind of big score that comes your way, whether it's a bonus project or a bonus opportunity, or quite possibly, I don't tend to talk about this a lot, but quite possibly even maybe winning big in some kind of game of chance. If you want me to elaborate, typically with the 8th house we tend to see more gambling, more casino-y kind of stuff, if that's your speed. Not so much like the lottery ticket stuff, okay guys? So just throwing it out there. But an unexpected score nonetheless. And the Mercury conjunct Uranus may even be an unexpected score when it comes to qualification on some kind of loan or some kind of credit deal you are trying to work on. If you are trying to maybe qualify for a better interest rate on a mortgage or a business loan, there may be some kind of unexpected development that actually builds that extra money, that extra financial opportunity for you. And so if you're trying to do that at the beginning of the week, see if you can't do it at the end. We also have the Sun in Taurus in your 9th house of travel, higher education, government and legal proceedings, as well as your, I guess you could say, the expansion of your personal horizons, forming a gorgeous sextile to Neptune in your 7th house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one relationships. And whenever these two get together in this way, from these houses, there may be an opportunity to take an unexpected trip to reunite with a friend, a long-distance partner, or maybe even a long-distance best friend, or somebody even from your past. You may be finding out that they're even going to be traveling into your area, or you may have the perfect excuse to travel out to theirs. So a very nice turn of events indeed. Keep your eye on the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Those conversations should be happening around then. So what is going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we have the card of the Weaver. And the Weaver talks about a need to pay attention to where, sometimes again, fate and destiny itself do need to be able to play themselves out. And trust with the Weaver can be a tough thing to do, because sometimes we don't know when something is fate and when something is not. This week, you're going to be noticing a lot of hard yeses and nos, hard beginnings and endings. And when I say hard, I just mean stern. I don't mean negative. They could be all wonderful, to be perfectly honest. But the Weaver is kind of saying, pay attention this week, where we might actually be engaging in something that is a bit more fated, and it should not be treated idly. This could be a fated opportunity for a move, or even accomplishing some kind of big dream or big personal goal. What I think the Weaver can also talk about, though, that we do need to pay attention to, is where we need to allow ourselves to not step in our own way when it comes to fate. I can't tell you how many times I've had folks, go out and manifest their own synchronicities. When you think about law of attraction, it's kind of like people are looking for synchronicities, and so they manifest them instead of get them. And so pay attention to when that might even be happening as well. We can see those interesting little things happen. If you see somebody's name everywhere, it might not be fate, you might be manifesting it. Then again, it could be. That's the confusing thing about the Weaver. So let's move on. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, well, we do have the King of Swords reversed. Not exactly my favorite card, because the King of Swords reversed can often indicate somebody who is either abusing the rules, or simply trying to change that, or change the rules, or change the playing field according to their own design. And they're actually trying to get other people on board with it. Sometimes this happens at work where people know the rules, so they know how to abuse them. And the King of Swords reverse tends to show up for somebody who is hiding something. They're in denial about something. okay? And they're acting from that denial. Now, maybe this person is looking for another job, they don't want people to know, so they're setting up all kinds of other things. Maybe they're changing something with policy, maybe there's some weird, political stuff going on at work. That happens sometimes. Sometimes this is a client or a customer or even a friend who's in denial about something they did wrong or did incorrectly, and that fear of being found out or caught for that is basically making him or her decide that they're going to lie to everyone, including you. Now, with the King of Swords reversed, it's important to pay attention to not take people at their word this week, whether it's a job that you are getting hired for, and you could, or simply a situation where people are trying to get you to sign contracts, pacts, and promises and commitments based solely on trusting. Okay, because there is something happening here. Again, sometimes the King of Swords reverse can show up for perfectly nice people who are just trying to cover up a blotch when it comes to something they've done wrong. Either way, that doesn't mean that that deserves to just sort of be, tunneled into. I would honestly look for a lot of proof this week, especially when it comes to, or also ask for the promises and pacts to be upheld in return, and offer your terms and be stern with them, okay? For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends and relatives, we do have the Tower reversed. And, the Tower reversed can, again, indicate some kind of calamity going on in another person's home, another person's household. It's not really happening to you. It's, it could be happening to a friend, happening to a relative. And the Tower card reversed is indicating that we may find ourselves called to go and try and help, or try and assist in some way. Maybe it's not something we can assist with. With the Tower card reversed, sometimes this indicates, a couple getting divorced, or maybe somebody needing to move, or somebody, falling ill, and there's nothing really we can do about those things. But sometimes company is good enough. Emotional availability is good enough. This isn't necessarily saying you're being called to come in as a conquering hero and solve, but be prepared to be at least emotionally and sentimentally available for this person. For your challenge this week with fire, we have the Three of Swords reversed. And interestingly enough, the Three of Swords reversed can, again, it kind of goes back to that King of Swords reversed, because the Three of Swords reversed can also talk about cover-ups. It can also talk about people who don't feel like solving problems. They know, they see the negativity, they know it's there, they know there's been a rough past, and they keep if we just fake it, we're going to fake it till we make it, that kind of attitude. We'll just pretend everything's wholesome even when it's not. We're going to have a good day, and then we'll fight till 4 in the morning. The Three of Swords reverse can show up where your challenge is making sure you don't get baited into continuing that cycle with people anymore this week. There may be a lot going on, maybe it's with this Tower card reversed, maybe there is a situation where you need to throw in your 2 cents. And the Three of Swords reversed is saying, look, don't patronize this person, don't enable this person. This is clearly a negative energy, this is clearly a negative situation, it's got to be seen for what it is, not treated like it's like a freak accident. The challenge with the Three of Swords reversed can mean that kind of honesty. And more often than not, it's the most considerate thing you can do when everyone else is setting somebody else up to have the same problem happen to them again. For your emotions with water, I'm just looking at the card itself because it's new. For your emotions with water, we've got the Death card upright. Which I find this image of the Death card fascinating because it's just not the same. It's just not the usual. And what I'm actually getting from this card is a lot of you single Virgos, honestly, may be finding an opportunity for love. I know it doesn't look like a love card, but there's one thing that's going on you might be not to be able to see on camera, and it just, to me, there's a door shut on the left and a door swinging open on the right. And the Death card can indicate the end of a cycle of being single, a cycle of searching. It ends the cycle that you're in. And the Death card does bring an end that you see coming. I want you to pay attention to that. So this could be an opportunity for new love for single Virgo people. This could be an opportunity that you've already known was coming. Maybe you already had a feeling or a sense that somebody's coming into your life, or maybe you kind of knew when you were going to choose between 2 prospective partners. And it's time to actually allow that to be. For those of you who are currently coupled, The Death card upright is basically saying you and your partner are actually going to be finding a way to cut some major cord. You know, that's what drew my attention right away with the Death cord. But it's not necessarily like a cord in terms of an emotional bond. I'm kind of feeling like we're not cutting a cord to a person, you know, like an energy cord or something. It's more like cutting an attachment to something that's been preoccupying us, whether it's a financial obligation, a neighborhood. Some of you may actually agree that it's time to move. Some of you may be even getting the good news that your partner is quitting an awful job or throwing in the towel on something that you know they've been fighting a losing battle with. Either way, this week we do have a big clearing and a massive clearing in the best of ways for you in the love life. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below. And you can go to integrativemysticism.com. I'll talk to you later.